Okay, so it's Thursday, March 16th at 8:35. I'm here with fellow member Pat Weidmann.
Yep.
He's a retiree in Newport. We've never fished together. And this is my first time at Agate Beach. I've never fished here before. So I'm just looking at the waves and see a set of waves. Let's go over there and try it. And then we're just gonna start drifting to the left if we're not successful. So it's about 38, 39 degrees. It's a little chilly. I want to say it's about an hour past high tide. Tide is going down. I want to say it's about a 5 or 6 feet tidal height. And swell energy was 600 yesterday. I just looked at it about 15 minutes ago and says 900. So we'll see how it is. But again, first time at Agate Beach. So whenever I go to a strange beach, I'm always looking for breaking waves. And I'm looking at the beach structure. So it actually looks pretty decent over there too. But if you can see the dark blue water there, that means like it's dead water. So generally the perch like to hang out in the surf. So we'll go try a few casts and then just start drifting towards the south. All right, and what are you using for bait, Pat?
I'm gonna start with some clam necks.
Oh, good job, clam necks. Oh, you're using a crappie rig, right? You're using a crappie rig?
Yeah.
Yep.
I have some ones that I tied up myself, but this was on there.
No, they work really well. They only have 2 hooks though, right?
3.
Oh, they do? Okay.
Oh no, these, yeah, 3.
Okay.
Yep.
The ones I had only had 2, so I tied one at the very top of the swivel. Okay, we're headed for our first cast here. So we'll see how it goes. So the thing I noticed about this beach is that it's very flat compared to Wade. So let's go see how it looks.
Oh yeah, it has 2.
So the nice thing about walking on the beach, it's like walking on a sidewalk. This sand is so hard and compacted. So that's kind of much different than I was yesterday at Wade Creek. All right, gotta take my first hit. So I always walk in slow when I go to a beach I don't know, just to see the footing and how bad the waves are. Yeah, this actually looks pretty decent right here. So I see a really big set of crashing waves way out there I can't hit, but there's some secondary waves hitting right here. And again, this is a very shallow beach, so it looks like I can get pretty close. Okay, now the ground is starting to shift. Okay, first cast here. Again, never been here before. So I didn't notice, but there's another person fishing right here. So I want to move my way back down to them and see if they're a club member. There's actually 2 of them. So hopefully I can make my way down to them and see who they are. See a seal out there, so I always like to see signs of wildlife because I figure there's got to be food down there. So I'm hoping that's a sign. We'll see though. Okay, so I'm gonna go talk to these guys and then move around them because I don't want to crowd them. Find out if they're Oregon Surf Perch members, but they haven't moved since they've been here. So either they're getting action or they don't know that they should be moving if they're not getting action. So I've been here now about 30 minutes. I'm guessing I got in about 7 casts. It's very shallow here, but there's a lot of crashing waves, so I keep expecting to get action, but nothing yet. So I'm just reeling in, go talk to these guys and go move around them. Okay, let's go see how these guys are doing. I hate chasing people who go deep though. He's up there pretty deep, man, because he's up to his thighs. And here comes the big one. Oh man, he got wet. Hey guy, hey, that was a good one. So that was a good one. You got wet. You belong to the Oregon Surf Perch Club?
Huh?
You belong to the Oregon Surf Perch Club?
No.
It's on Facebook.
It's on Facebook?
Yeah, so we give away free rods, we give away free stuff. So
like a raffle kind of thing or whatever?
yeah, we have like 3 raffles a year where we give rods away for free. And then we got 2 tournaments or 2 events going on this year. So one's in Bulge Beach, the other one's up in Sunset. You guys had any bites yet?
Yeah, I fucking hooked up on a shark earlier.
A shark?
Yeah, we had it. It was coming in and then fucking broke off.
No kidding.
Yeah,
well, yeah, you got a small rod, so no wonder.
Well, this is actually a GX2. It's a shark fishing rod.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm actually using, so I'm using pork belly and actually bristle worm as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were over over by Moe's earlier.
Oh yeah, Select.
And freaking, there were bristleworms
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Oh,
and
it's
so
just...
we knew bristleworm was the bait.
Hey man, I'm gonna move around you guys.
Yeah, you...
So just, you know, big piece of advice is that watch out. Watch out! Whoa, shit. But hey, big piece of advice is whoa, shit. Move around if you're not getting action.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm moving around you.
Do you have any luck yet?
No, I haven't had any action. You got any bites? That guy said he had a shark.
Really?
Yeah, he said it broke off and he was coming in. But I'm gonna move around him. I know they haven't had action. He's using pork belly and worms. Let's try here. It looks a little dark. So I'm always looking for dark green water too, because then it's a little bit deeper. Hey, you ever tried a Santiam rod? Here,
I have not.
take a couple of casts with mine.
Okay, look.
Just take a couple casts and see what you think. I'll take a couple casts too, and just you know what, I can bait you up with worms. Whenever I'm with new members, I always let them try my 10-foot Santiam short-foot rod. So that's what Pat's using. He's using a Daiwa 1002 MFS. And it is rated for, it's a 10-foot, rated for 1 to 5 ounce lure. So it's a pretty stiff rod. And it's rated for 20 to 30 pound line.
Reminds me of my steelhead rod.
Yeah, it's nice and flexible, right?
Yeah, that's a lot lighter.
Yeah, does it cast?
It casts really nice. It's got enough flex in it to where it really whips it out.
Yeah. So anyway, you know, they give away 3 per year on raffles.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so like we have a striped perch proof of catch right now.
Right, I see
So
that.
then the next 2 ones are like a selfie and I forget.
Oh, you put one on there.
Yeah, and selfie. Oh, you can take it off though. I was just gonna say cast, but yeah, there's a selfie and I forget there's one other one. There's you got the club logo.
Yeah. Yeah, he makes a nice rod.
He does. He makes a lot of good salmon and kokanee rods too. So the thing I noticed about this beach is that once the waves die down, it's a very shallow beach. So you got to hope the successive waves bring in the depth of water to bring the fish in. But so far, we've been skunked. That guy said he had a shark that broke off. But other than that, no action so far for anybody. So I think energy, it's funny because energy sometimes feels like it's like 300 or 200, and other times it feels like it's 800, 900. Because you can go way out there, but every once in a while a big swell comes up and just about knocks you over. So I've been playing swell tag, which is I run out with the receding water, cast, and then walk back in so I'm not as far down there when the big swells come up. So just a different way to get a little bit more distance on your cast. But it takes a little more work because then you got to play tag with the waves. All right, so been here now 35 minutes. I'm guessing I got in about 8 or 9 casts. I think we've covered pretty close to about 100 yards of the beach. And so far, 0 action for either Pat or I. So we're just gonna keep walking our way down the beach, see how it goes. But so far, 0 action. Wave action here actually looks pretty good when the waves come in, but when the waves die down, it gets really shallow. Look up and down the beach. The structure is pretty much the same everywhere, and the wave action seems to be the same. So I'm not sure they're moving way down there, because the waves way down there look okay until certain times, and then it looks exactly where I'm at. So we'll just keep moving and trying it. We're here for about another hour. I think I see darker water to the left of where Pat is, so I'm just gonna jump around him and go to that spot right away. Where I'm at is really shallow and there's a lot of dead water in between the sets of waves. So we'll see if moving around helps. I do it anyway. It makes me feel better, like I'm actually trying to do something instead of just sitting in one spot and not getting any action. So the water does look deeper here. See if it translates into any action. But the waves look a little bit darker and the water's a little bit greener. When the waves die down, You can see how shallow it is. So it's been the same just about every place I've gone on this beach so far. I really do this, but I just changed to a 4-ounce weight. So I use a snap swivel on the bottom so I can change out weights, but I never do it. So I decided to do it today, trying to get a little more distance on my cast. So I didn't have a 4-ounce weight, so I'm using 2 2-ounce claws. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm about ready to bag it here soon. My first fish. So first cast on 4 ounces. And feels like a decent redtail. Oh, it's a double. Oh man. Yeah, bottom was not bad. Hey, Pat! Alright, so I'm gonna wake Pat up here, but let me see if he wants to keep the bottom one. So that's interesting. First cast on 4 ounces. Got a double. And this is after 55, no, an hour now. So it's been an hour. Natural and camo. So first fish in about a month and a half for me. So at least I finally got the skunk off. Let's let the little one go. Yeah, it's taco size.
Nice catch.
I just changed to 4 ounces to get a longer cast.
Yeah.
First cast on 4 ounces.
Oh.
So I was trying to get a longer distance out there.
A little further because it's
Yeah.
so shallow.
Well, that's the reason why I went to 4 ounces. I rarely change weights. Whoa, what's that, dude? It's funny that as soon as I went to 4 ounces, I get a double. All right, second cast on 4 ounces. Okay, so when I ever catch at a beach, I always turn around behind me and look for some landmarks. And what I see is there's a bunch of houses at the top. So that's where I'm going to remember if I come back here, where to come. And I don't see any other distinguishing landmarks other than those 2 houses. Next time I come back here, I'm going to bring my 11-foot Santiam and use 4 ounces. It seems like you got to get a lot of casting distance here because of how shallow it is. So I've been here an hour and 15 minutes now. Other than the 1 cast where I got the double, I've had 0 bites. So action's been really slow. That was a lot of work for 1 cast worth of action. So at least I got my skunk off and got a double. But I'd rather have continuous bites and not catch fish than to catch 1 or 2 fish on 1 cast. Anyway, so I think I'm going to wrap it here pretty quick. And I'm hoping to come back in the next 1 or 2 days, but we'll see. My casting arm is really sore right now. All right, gang, I'm going to call it. It's like an hour and 25 minutes, so it's a little bit shorter than I was planning on, but with no action, it's getting a little tiresome out here. Pat and I are packing it in. Been here like an hour and 25 minutes. I'm guessing I got in about 20 to 25 casts. And besides the 1 cast where I got my double, I had 0 action. Did you get any bites at all?
I had 1. I felt like a couple little taps.
Yeah. Okay, at least you got a bite finally, right? That was hard fishing today, man.
Yeah.
Do you normally walk that much when you fish?
If I'm not catching anything,
Yeah.
I just keep moving.
Like I do with stone. Yeah.
But you know, sometimes you get into them and criminy sakes, they're
Yeah,
just
they're
all
like,
over the
yeah, they're
place.
just every cast. Yeah, that was a lot of work for 2 fish.
So that you had a double on that one?
Yeah, that was it. 1 cast, 1 double, 0 action the rest of the time. Not even bites. Man, we probably covered about 300 yards because we came out there. We went to the right. I wonder if those are the same 2 guys. I think I did a summary. Let's do another one just in case. So we fished for an hour and 25 minutes. Got my first fish after, what, an hour? And only 2 fish all day and only 1 cast where I had action. Pat Weidmann said he got 0 bite. Oh, he said he did get 1 bite finally, a couple of small ones. But what I noticed about Agate Beach is it's very slightly sloped. It's very shallow, and you need some long casting distance from what I see. unless you come back at a different tidal height when it's a little bit deeper. So I'm not sure I'll come back here again. It's easy to access to the beach and the water, and footing was pretty generally solid, but not sure I'll come back here again. All right, that's it for today, and hope to get out soon again. It was awesome fishing with fellow club member Pat, and I'm sure we're going to be fishing a lot since he's a retiree in Newport. Okay, until next time.